Okay, good morning. Welcome to the last day of Splash. We'll have some announcements, most influential paper, student research competition, artifacts, and a pitch on OOPSLA 2024. So we'll start with John for the most influential paper.
Thanks, Vasco. All right, my name's Tony Hosking. I am here representing the SIGPLAN Executive Committee as one of two co-chairs for SIGPLAN Awards. The other co-chair is Ishil Dillig. She's unable to be here. She would normally present this award because she does chair the committee that selects the most influential papers for OOPSLA. We're here to present the most influential paper of OOPSLA 2013. This is presented annually to the authors of a paper presented at the OOPSLA held 10 years prior to the award year. The award includes a prize of $1,000 to be split among the authors of the winning paper. These papers are judged by their influence over the past decade. And the committee is formed from the program chair and general chairs of the instance from which the paper was drawn, as well as the program chairs and general chair of the conference 1 year prior to this one, so last year's general chairs and program chairs. So that is the committee there that you can see on the screen, and I'm very pleased to announce that the winning paper is Empirical Analysis of Programming Language Adoption by Leo Meyerowitz and Ariel Rabkin. Neither of them is able to be here to accept the award in person, but of course we do always announce at OOPSLA, that's the tradition, and so we're very pleased to recognize this paper as the winner of this year's award. There is a citation that goes with the paper. This will appear on the SIGPLAN website. And here's the citation. Some programming languages become wildly popular while others fade away. This paper seeks to answer why by performing an empirical study spanning hundreds of thousands of open source software projects and interviews with thousands of programmers. The methodology used in the paper is thorough, and the paper provides insights of interest to the broader programming languages community. Overall, this paper is a role model for large-scale empirical studies of programming languages, making it worthy of the OOPSLA 2013 Most Influential Paper Award. And in spite of the fact that the authors are not here to receive the award, I think we should at least give them some applause.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm CJC from the University of Toronto. I'm co-chairing with Justin from the Hong Kong University Science Technology on the Splash 2023 student research competitions with numerous effort from our judges, reviewers, as well as, of course, the student participations. I'm very glad to share the winners. For the undergrad category, we have the top 3 winners are Julia Freeman from Friesen Marison University, Holly Ye from McGill University, and Riven Raku from Barnard College. I'm not sure. I know some are remote, but if you are here, can you please come to the stage? I'll photograph the next. And given the competition was only finished last night, so we haven't got the certificates printed, but it'll be video soon. Yeah, congratulations. For the graduate category, the top 3 place winners are Jesse Haberg from KU Leuven, Marta Divina Mate from the University of Southern California, and Antonio Zigarilli from the MD Software Institute. Congratulations. And if you're here, please come to the stage. Yeah. Congratulations again. Okay, oh, sorry.
I did not realize we have a photographer. So we also have some awards to announce, so get ready. You might need to come up. Okay, OOPSLA this year had an artifact evaluation committee. Guillaume and I co-chaired. And let us tell you all about it. So we received 81 submissions. These were split between the 2 rounds that we had for OOPSLA, about 20 in the first round and 60 in the second round. And this is on par with last year. Almost all the artifacts were accepted in the sense that they were awarded a badge from the committee. So 44 artifacts had a clear case for being reusable for other researchers to build on, and 29 others were judged to be functional. And these acceptance rates and numbers are also on par with previous years. So some things that worked well. There was a 1-week kick the tires period after each round. During this period, comments were completely open between authors and reviewers. And this helped us work out through issues right away. And it also helped other reviewers. So if you were the second one to review the artifact, you could see the errors that the first reviewer had encountered. So this was good, and we should continue to do this, have open comments in future years. Another thing that worked well was reserving space on Cloud Lab. So Cloud Lab is free for any researcher to use. It took a little bit of prep work just to say register an account for the artifact committee, but then we had several machines that once in a while they helped us get a machine that was just big enough to run the artifact. So Cloud Lab is good. What happened for the artifacts that did not receive a badge? Well, the 2 common problems were lack of small examples. How do I get this running when I don't have the resources for the full multi-day experiment? And issue 2 was it's unclear what's the scope of the artifact or how do I proceed with a step-by-step evaluation. Now, if I was up here 3 years ago, the issues would have been we couldn't get it running at all because the authors didn't provide a VM. That's no longer an issue. We were able to get most artifacts up and running, so that's a great step forward. Okay, statistics out of the way, now we get to the exciting part. The past 2 years for AEC have been very different because the AEC was combined with the External Review Committee. Everyone who reviewed artifacts also reviewed papers as part of the OOPSLA PC. Why did we do this? To solve 3 problems. First, recruiting. So normally an AEC is made up of junior PhD students, and there are only so many of them in the world, and there are 4 conferences now competing for them. So we want to make a better offer to get people to join the committee. Second is to hopefully help with the review workload. In order to review an artifact, you need to understand what are the claims in the paper that the artifact should support, and this basically requires you to review the paper. So why not review the paper beforehand, and then you're in good shape to review the artifact right afterward. And then third, we have a hope of at some point opening up more of a dialogue between the PC and the AEC. We made basically 0 progress on this third point, but it's something to keep in mind. Point 1, recruiting, things worked very smoothly. So we sent out 100 invitations, we had 60 accepts, I think a very high rate, and 58 people were able to, 58 of those accepts were able to participate in the end. And we had a very distinguished AEC, very qualified, made up mostly of postdocs, some assistant professors, and senior PhD students who were close to graduating. Yep, that's all to say about that. Okay, point 2. I think that the workload and the combined AEC, ERC was a good decision, but better yet, let me tell you what people who participated thought. So we sent out a survey right after the AEC was finished. We received 28 responses, so keep in mind that this is a small fraction of the whole PC. And let's go quickly through these graphs. So first, did the ERC offer affect your decision to join? Yes, that was a good incentive. Did ERC work help with AEC work? Sometimes. 50% say yes. So what was often the problem was you review a paper for OOPSLA, there's a low chance that it gets accepted and a slightly lower chance that it goes on to submit an artifact. So in the cases where we did have overlap, the work typically helped, but that wasn't always the case. So one idea One idea for future years is to ask PC members to submit requirements for what should an artifact support. I'm not sure who is going to do that work or when it's going to happen, but it would satisfy the same goal that we had with ERC AEC. How was the review load? That was okay. We did ask quite a lot for AEC members because you're reviewing papers on artifacts across 2 rounds. But this middle of the road, this is fine. Were the guidelines for the functional badge clear enough? Mostly yes, but we have some no's. So how do we fix this? The main point of friction is this question about whether the functional badge means that we have fully reproduced all the results in the paper. So my take is that the functional badge should have a slightly lower requirement. There should be running code that's relevant to all the parts of the paper, and this is in line with what the ACM functional badge is. It's not in line with the old SIGPlan badge. So what's going on here? 2 years ago, we switched from SIGPlan style artifact badges to ACM style badges. So now there are 3 possible badges that the ACM will offer. One is the available badge, which does not go through the artifact committee. The second is the functional reusable badge, which currently goes through artifact evaluation. And ACM has a 3rd badge that OOPSLA does not currently support. That's reusable and reproduced. That's reproducible and replicated. We cannot do replicated, but we could do reproduced. And if we offered reproduced and functional as 2 parallel tracks, that would solve the friction that we saw this year. I want to bring up one comment that came up in the survey. So here's AEC member says, I would say the bar for getting the badges should be a bit higher. Some artifacts barely ran and needed so much time for reviewers, but they still got functional. For what it's worth, I disagree with this comment. I think if an artifact comes in and it doesn't run, and through feedback with the AEC we get it into a runnable state, then the AEC has made a huge contribution for future users of that artifact, and I'm sure the authors are grateful too. This is a valuable piece of service. Were the guidelines for reusable clear enough? No. So what's going on? There's many different ways that an artifact could be reusable, and it depends on what the artifact is trying to accomplish. Reusability for a binary is different from reusability for a library. So what we propose for future years is to have authors of the artifact submit a guideline for in what ways do you think that the artifact is reproducible. It's the same idea that we currently have for functional, asking for step-by-step instructions. So step-by-step instructions for reusable is something that we should have next year. Okay, now for the awards. We want to recognize 2 distinguished reviewers who not only wrote excellent reviews, but also went through some painful times. Rob Sasson and Shiwei Wang. If you're here, please come forward. So Rob took the lead on the discussion for several artifacts where first, the artifact was not in his area of expertise, and second, the artifact was borderline. So Rob's extensive reviews and comments helped us reach decisions. And Shiwei helped us find a critical piece of hardware to evaluate one artifact. And this was not so simple as digging up a computer that was in the corner of his lab. He went through several rounds of trial and error before he finally found something that let us judge the functionality of the submission. Second, we have distinguished artifacts. So if you're here in the audience, please come up for a picture. We have 4 artifacts here that were of exceptionally high quality. So first, they were nominated by AEC members, and then Guillaume and I reviewed them and confirmed that these are top quality artifacts. So if you're a student in the audience and you would also like to write an award-winning artifact, make sure to look these up. Anyone here? Oh. Let's thank them again. OOPSLA next year will also have an artifact committee, and I'll turn the mic over to Guillaume to say a bit about it.
Hi, so I'll be super brief. So the evaluation next year will be similar to the previous years, so with a kick of the entire period of 1 week. and a full review of 1 month. The main message here is that we are always looking for motivating people. So if you are interested in participating in the Artifact Evaluation Committee, please contact us for next year or the years after that. Next year, the external review committee, or the review committee and the artifact review committee will be separated. So anyone can apply, like PhD student, postdoc, faculties, please reach out. And for the authors, there are 2 new requirements in the description of the artifacts for next year. One is that we ask that you have an explicit hardware requirement section at the beginning, so we can quickly filter through artifacts that reviewers cannot review. And the other one is, as Ben said, a reusability guide to help reviewers for that. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. I'll be quick. We're still in the middle of this amazing Splash 2023. I've been having a fantastic time, but I wanted to whet your appetites for Splash 2024, which will be next year in Pasadena, California. You can see the dates up there, very similar to this year. So I'm Manu Sridharan, I'll be the general chair, and Evan Chang and Alex Potanin are the review committee chairs, so we wanted to all show our faces in case you had any questions. So yeah, maybe some of you know about Pasadena, it's very close to Los Angeles, but based on Alex's suggestion, I contacted the Tourism Bureau, who put together this short sneak peek video. Let's hope that this works. Okay. Yeah, so, whoops. One time is enough. So, Pasadena is about 11 miles from downtown Los Angeles. It's well served by air. For those of you coming internationally, probably LAX is your best option. For those of you in the United States, there are some other options. Burbank, Ontario airports are all pretty reasonably close by too. We have nice weather. The average high temperature in October is around 83 Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius. It's very pleasant, not too hot. It's really nice. So right nearby in Pasadena itself, we have great restaurants, coffee shops, shopping, and also some sites to see. We're very close to Caltech University. It's a beautiful campus to just wander around. There's the Huntington Gardens, there's Norton Simon Museum, which is really nice. And then of course there's the broader Los Angeles area, which is more famous, and there's plenty of things to do. We can get down to Disneyland if you'd like. There's lots of art museums. There's the beaches if you want to go a little further afield. It's a really great location. Our venue is the Hilton Pasadena, and I wanted to note that we have a very high walk score. So this is right near Old Town Pasadena, the downtown area. There's plenty of places you can just walk to. So I know LA, it's like, oh, I have to drive everywhere. This is one of the places that's an exception to that. You'll come and you'll be able to walk to lots of different things right near the hotel that are very interesting. So yeah, and then I wanted to share who's on the organizing committee thus far. We'll be, adding more people to the organizing committee soon as we do more planning. But Alex and Evan are here, the review committee chairs. Guillaume is here, the artifact evaluation co-chair. So come talk to any of us if you have any questions, and we hope to see you there. Thank you.